Right. That's how loud I'm going to talk.
Are we on the podcast now or what?
Yeah, we are, but you'll need to talk louder.
Right.
I'm recording. Like, I'm starting recording now.
Okay, sound.
So,
What
before we get into talking points, how's your week been?
Alright.
It's been alright.
Yeah, not much has happened, to be honest.
Hasn't it?
No, I've sort of just lounged about.
I see.
No interesting really gone on.
Last week, it was last podcast or the podcast before, I was talking about how I was on work experience.
Yes.
Got kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you why?
No. You said you were going to ring us and tell us and then never did.
Basically, I was in work experience in a primary school. Yeah?
Yeah,
You know that. I went in one day. I rang on the morning. I was like, I'll be coming in at 12 today. Because I've got loads of work to do. Realistically, I didn't want to go. But I played it off like I'd forgot to do work. So let's just, for argument's sake, pretend that I forgot that I had work to do, right? So I was like, I've got some work to do. I'll be in at 12 o'clock. The reason I thought I could get away with doing that is because the first time I turned up, like the first day, the woman said to me, "What time do you finish?" Like, she asked me what time I want to finish. And I was like, I thought that was up to you. So she was like, oh, okay, well, then we'll ask the teachers. So it sounded to me like, at first, she just assumed I would choose how long I was in for.
Yeah.
And then she was like, all right, well, then the teachers can decide. So I thought, if I go in at 12 o'clock, that's no big deal because, like, I'm just deciding I'm going to work the half day. And I went in on the Friday. This was the Monday. I went in on the Friday and I went into the headmaster's office and I was like Mrs. Smith. I went up, I was like, Jim, is it alright if I head home at 12:30? And he went, that's absolutely fine. So I was like, right, well, they aren't that bothered about how many hours I work a day as long as I'm there. So I turned up on Monday, I was like, I rang up, I'll be starting at 12 o'clock. Alright, why? I've got a load of work to do. Okay, I'll see you later. And I was like, alright, I'll see you later. So I turned up at 12 o'clock. And right, you know how you know what it looks like now. There's the reception, and just before you get to the reception is the meeting room. Yeah. So I was waiting in the reception for the receptionist to let me in because she wasn't there because it was lunchtime. I don't know where she'd gone. Probably for food, obviously. And then Miss Bowstead came out of the room, and I just thought she was gonna just let us in. So I was like, "Oh, you all right?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she went to go in, and then she stopped herself and like turned around. And she was like, Jack, I'm afraid we're going to have to we can't have you do the work experience anymore. And I was like, why? She went, well, what you're doing and what we agreed to with the college aren't the same thing. And I was like, right. And she basically just said, if they can get in touch with the college and figure out something new, then I can go back. And I was like, alright. And I basically just said to her, that's really frustrating because there's a bunch of people on my college course who've done 2 hours at Lumiere and been given a full work experience for it. And I'm meant to do 2 weeks. I've already done more hours than they've done. Like, I don't understand. I'm kind of being punished for putting the work in at the beginning of the year because they got given Lumiere from the teachers. Do you know what Lumiere is?
Yeah.
The thing in Durham. Like a light show. They basically got to steward that for like 2-3 hours, and that was their work experience. Like, that was the entire work experience. And because I put the work in and actually got a placement, which isn't hard, I have to do then still 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Do you not see how that's unfair?
Yeah, I see how it's a bit backwards.
So I was like, right, well, that's frustrating. Anyway, I left. Haven't spoke to the college about it. But I was talking to me teachers, and me teachers just don't seem to have a fucking clue. Like, that I even got kicked off. So, alright. But yeah, that's how I got kicked off work experience.
Well, shit.
I don't think they wanted us there in the first place, though, like, if I'm being honest. Because, because the first 2 days when I was meant to be on work experience, on Monday, Tuesday, I couldn't go because they didn't sign documents that they need to send back to the college to let me go. And I rang them and said that, and she said, okay, I'll get Miss Bowstead to do it now. I can't believe she's not done it yet. And she still didn't do it. The receptionist had to sign them because Miss Bowstead wouldn't. So the receptionist signed them and sent them back, and then I come in, and then Miss Bowstead's the one who kicked me off. I have a feeling if they knew I was going to get kicked off that day, then the receptionist would have told us when I rang up, "Oh, like don't bother coming in. Like we'll just not have you anymore if you're going to just like pick and choose."
Aye.
So I thought she'd be like, she's obviously come up with a decision, either when she's seen us on the spot, right, or she's known it all day and she waited for us to come in to tell us. Like, she's got me number. I don't know why she didn't ring me. But it's also the way that she stopped and then turned around, like as if she was going to just go in anyway, and then she like stopped herself and turned around and started talking to us. I just don't think she wanted us there in the first place, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like it.
No. She just I don't know. I could be wrong, but fucking I don't know. So I got kicked off my work experience.
Sounds a bit shit, like.
Alright, it is a bit shit. If I have to find a fucking another one and do 2 weeks, you can fuck clean off and all. I'm not about that. Like,
I know some people I got really pissed off when I had a work experience because I went to the same school you did.
Yeah.
Went fine for me, right? Did
you have to do the same stuff as me?
Probably.
Like you have to walk around the class and like look at their work and mark it and shit like that?
Yeah. It's classroom assistant kind of shit. That's what I put on my CV. But
I'm going to put it on my CV as well. Even though I got kicked out. I was good when I was there.
Yeah, when they ask you, just be like, nah, I was very caught up with universities at that point, and I had to leave the course in order to facilitate, my attention on my next steps. Do you know what I mean? Phrase it like that.
Aye.
And honestly, man, I swear to God, the second job interview I went to, right, the second the guy came out the door, I knew I had it.
Why?
Because I could just, and I know this sounds like I'm trying to be Sherlock Holmes, and I'm not, but you'll get what I mean. This guy, I could read him in like a book, and I'm not because I'm fucking wicked at psychology or whatever. It's just he was literally a character out of a movie. He was like, "Hiya, are you Joe?" And I was just like, he's like the most goody fucking dude.
Yeah, you just know how you have to act.
So I was like, I got this, and I was like, yeah, it's me. I'm so excited for this interview and all that shit. And then he was like, so why do you think it's important? And I was like, well, as an 18-year-old, I think it's important to take the next steps into becoming a young adult and all this shit.
Yeah, you just fed him a lot of bullshit.
Oh, I swear to God, I left. It was like, I think we'll definitely give you a ring, Joe. I was like, yeah, it's Mark, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Oh, I swear to God, next day, are you joking? You start Monday? I was like, yeah, of course I can, man, of course.
So so you were doing work experience?
Yeah, I got pissed off because I got back to school and I was like, yeah, that was good, and I was talking to my friends and I'm a bit crack on, and they were like, yeah, so how much did you get paid at the end of yours? And I was like, I'm sorry, how much did I get paid? From who? Did the fucking school give you money or something? And they were like, no, like the work placement paid us for our like shifts. And I was like, well, I didn't get paid.
That's not happening.
And then everyone started talking, and the whole like year group realised that some places will pay you, and some won't. Basically, places that know they don't have to pay you won't, but places that just hear the work placement, temporary work placement, they'll pay. So obviously all the fucking loads of me mates come back with like 300 quid, and that was a lot of money at 15. Right, it's a fucking lot of money at 15.
That's a few weekend benders. That
was mate, and I was fucking fuming. I swear, God, I felt so betrayed. So betrayed. Couldn't stand it, man. I drive past that school now and spit. Honest to God, didn't fucking pay. I was such a good classroom assistant.
Hey, so I was scrolling through YouTube, just trying to find a video to watch. And I saw this title, and it was "My Kids Don't Exist." And I was like, that sounds fucking weird, so I was a bit intrigued. It's by someone called Hobby Stewart, right?
Right.
And I thought it was going to be like, he's been telling his fans that he's got kids that aren't really his, and he's owning up to it, right? That is not what happened. Basically, it's really interesting, but at the same time, it's a bit tapped. It could be fake, I don't know. But basically, he had a one night stand with someone. This is from what I grasp. The kids weren't planned. Ended up, she got pregnant with twins, and she told him for 9 months that she was pregnant with twins, right? And she was coming to like family meals and stuff with a bump. So he was mentally prepared to be a dad. He was like, look, I know it's not perfect circumstances, but we can make it work. So, because I'm ready to have a child, like now I'm going to have a kid.
Yeah, like you stepped up.
Then
I bet I fell back on your bed. I'm not gonna lie.
she went into labour, right? And he never heard of her. Never heard from her since she went into labour, right? A few days went by. He got his mates to go up to... This is a really shortened version of this story, by the way. The real video is like 12 minutes long, and I'm not going to talk like he talk. I don't know it very well.
Aye.
But he got his mates to go to our dad's house or something. And he was like, oh, we are Hobby's friends. He wants to know where... we'll call her like Emma. He wants to know where Emma and the kids are. And they were like, what are you on about? What kids? It's like, Emma's kids. Hobby's children. Like, she's had them. He was like, she's not pregnant. Like, what do you mean she's not pregnant? He was like, they were like, there's no kids. Like, what are you on about? And they were like, right. So anyway, they come back, told Hobby. Hobby went up and to speak to them. I think. And they were like, yeah, we've never heard anything of these kids. So he was like, right, she must just not have told them. To cut the rest of the story short, she comes clean. The scans that she sent him, like, of his apparent children, they put back through Google, like, you know, you can search images, and it came up on someone else's Instagram, and it wasn't her kids. Turns out she never had kids. She wasn't even pregnant. She was just pretending to be pregnant for 9 months, right? Pretended to have the kids. Said that one of them was probably going to die and the other one was going to be okay, and that's why she didn't want him to come to the hospital. Because she didn't want him to get attached to someone who may very well die. How fucking mad is that, right?
That's sickening.
Turns out she never had children. Can you imagine? For 9 months.
What did he do?
9 months you're prepared.
Yeah.
You're ready. You fully think you're about to have children. And then it turns out they're not even real. Like, it was never real. You'd be fucking... How taken aback would you be?
Yeah, you'd be a bit fucking feeling funny, like.
I just thought that was really weird. What good story, though.
That's like a horror story as to why not to do one night stands at. That's what that is. Fucking hell, can you imagine just going like, I'd have been any other night for him. He just went out with his pals. And fucking, oh, there's a lass who's giving us some fucking attention. Oh, you know, I go dance for that. And fucking went back, had a shag. And she's pregnant. He's like, alright, pulled the short straw here, but, you know, I'll fucking step up. And then, like, just in one night, he met this complete fucking psychopath who just turned his life upside down. I think it's crazy.
Complete nutter. I thought it was just fucking weird.
Like,
it is weird. It's fucking.
She can't be mentally sound, surely. To do something like that to someone she doesn't even know. There's like no attachment there. It's not actually she's doing it to try to keep him because he was her boyfriend.
I don't know what the crack is. Fucking weird.
No, that's weird as fuck.
Get some weird people in the world, though, don't you?
No, but evidently.
Some people do anything to fucking keep someone. It's fucking weird, isn't it? Fucking strange, man. But yeah, I thought that was cool.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's a bit sadistic.
So, the KSI fight finally happened.
Yeah, you were rooting for Zoella.
Oh, I was backing Joe to the hill, right? I was Team Weller the entire thing until the first round ended, and I was so disappointed in his performance because it was absolutely awful. I've never seen anybody go into a boxing ring less ready to fight in my life.
Really?
It was. Joe, I'll show you after the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
It was. I'll put on KSI's video where he talks about what happened, like during the fight. But, mate, he was not ready. I think his tactic was to let JJ punch himself out, like tire himself down, like while he throws bats, and then come back in the later rounds. But he just got smashed. Like, JJ's power was too much and his precision was too good for him to sit there and take bats.
Yeah.
Because he was holding his hands up, right? So he was just doing this for two rounds, just fucking bobbing like that. But his head movement wasn't good enough. And his body movement definitely wasn't. His footwork wasn't good enough to hold him until the late rounds. So he was getting tapped left, right, and centre. His arms were too far forward at some point, so JJ could get the hook round and catch him. He was constantly getting hit in the body. You see in the end of the first round, he gets hit in the body and he drops his arms and he just starts getting fucking pagged in the head. It's absolutely pathetic. In JJ's video, he says that he saw Joe's trainer before the fight and his trainer looked worried. He was like, I saw his trainer, and his trainer compared to my trainers, he just didn't look confident. And I was like, that he could be wrong, like he could just be boasting. But he sounded genuine, like he was saying in the video, I don't know what was up with Joe, because either he hadn't trained properly or he didn't have the right trainers.
Has Zoella said anything about it then?
He came out afterwards and they had head guards on, his face is still fucked. He came out and he was like, thank you everyone for tuning in, it was great to be a part of. He took it really well, right? He took the loss really well. But honest to God, it was so bad. I knew in the first minute of the first round, it was 6 3-minute rounds, which is a fucking decent intensity, right? They did 3 rounds, I think, and JJ won by stoppage because he was just battering him up. The ref stopped it. But he come out, he just didn't throw a single jab the entire fight. And every time he threw a hook, he was jumping into the hook. You're not supposed to jump into a hook. You're meant to keep your feet grounded and fucking like in swing, like use your shoulder and your body to go in for a hook like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know how I'm going for a hook.
He's jumping into hooks and stuff. He had no idea what he was doing. Honest to God, he's been training 4 months and he was fucking shit. Like, he was really bad. JJ, fucking props, right? He was beyond ready. Like, he went in, Joe, his cardio was immense, right? Let me put it into perspective. Imagine moving constantly, right, for 3 minutes, whilst your entire body's moving, you're moving around, you're bobbing and weaving, you're throwing punches, and then the second round comes and you look fresh. You look straight ready. He was like athlete level. He was like, he was so ready. He came out. He said in his video he dropped his hands because he was just like, he knew he wasn't going to get hit. He was too confident with it. He was like, he's meant to fight with one arm up because Joe's a lot shorter than him. So he was going to use his reach. So he was going to hold his jab out like that and hold his hand up for hooks and like to block. And just keep him at bay. He ended up just dropping his hands and just like tapping him. It was, honest to God, it was pathetic. It was an absolute joke. So that round happened, and I was like, Team Weller. Yeah. Like, I want Joe to win this because JJ, after the fight, I don't mind him. Leading up to the fight, what was the beef
like? Why did
basically
he fight?
Joe Weller had a boxing fight with his mate Malfoy. He looks like Malfoy. Just like, it was just something the two of them did, but it wasn't like in a stadium or none of that shit. And then KSI just commented like, oh, let me fight the winner. And they were like, okay, we can actually do it if you want. So they made a full event out of it. So there was other YouTubers there fighting beforehand. And then in one of the press conferences, they were in each other's face and they were like proper selling the fight and that. And then JJ went too far and started dissing him for taking antidepressants. And everything kicked off, and he was like, "You don't fucking do that. Like, you don't take the piss out of someone."
Yeah.
And then
I remember that video now.
Yeah. And then he barged them on the stage, and JJ went fucking mad and started throwing people off the stage and that. And it was like the two of them genuinely didn't like each other from that point on.
Yeah.
And then for 4 months they've been training properly, like proper boxing training. And then the fight happened, and it was like Joe was not ready. JJ's trainers, fucking, honest to God, deserve praise because they handled it perfectly. He went out and he just fucking flattened him. Like, he just absolutely destroyed him. And Joe just did fuck all fight. It was absolutely pathetic.
So you not even land one good bar?
Nah. He landed a couple of hooks and everyone was like, did it hurt? And KSI was just like, I barely felt it. Because it was like, he's high on adrenaline. He's winning the fight. He's buzzing. He'll be buzzing with his performance. And he got tapped. Like, I can count how many times Joe landed decent punches on one hand, and they didn't phase him. Joe, he got punched up. The ref stopped it. He got punched up again. The ref stopped it for another like standing count. Like, do you know what a standing count is?
You have to assume.
It's when like the ref feels like you're not defending yourself, so he'll just stop. He'll act as if you fell.
Yeah.
So he'll pull you apart and he'll start counting at 10. And if you're ready, then you'll go back in. He had 2 standing counts before the ref just called off. Like JJ just went in and he was like, he said in the video, he was like, I went in and I just knew I was going to finish him. Because I standing counted him twice and he wasn't ready. He just wasn't ready. I personally think he's had the worst camp he could have possibly had because he just come out and he looked fucking shit. Like, absolutely awful. Like, he looked like he was ready, and when he's shadow boxing and stuff, his technique looks fine. And I watched videos of him punching mitts, and his technique and his punching, his movement and all that looked fucking spot on. His cardio was there, but his fucking his fight game was shit. Like, it was bang out of order. It was fucking awful. It was embarrassing. Like, if I'm being brutally honest.
But yeah, he stuck to one fighting tactic and didn't like adapt at all. From what I've heard. Like, if you're gonna fucking go in there and try to hold your guard up, when he starts flattening you want to change what you're doing. What
he should have done, because he said in his interviews he was going to fight like Tyson. Tyson, you'll know, is not tall. Like, Mike Tyson's not tall. Not. He's a heavyweight fighter.
There's a really cool video on YouTube of him fighting the fucking dude from Rogue One.
Is there?
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson used to get close, right? Because people used to use their reach against him. So what he'd do is he'd come in close, so like you're punching like there, and he'd just fucking like pound you. That's what Joe should have done, and that's what he said he was going to do. But instead he come in and just fucking stood there and just got bashed about. It was absolutely pathetic. I thought he was going to come in and get close. The only times he ever got actually into KSI and looked like he could have done something is when he came in close, and then he's just like standing off and he's just hands straight back up. Just getting bashed. Honestly, like, here's the thing though. I don't blame him. I blame his trainers. Right?
Yeah. I think they were training him for what they thought was just a match between 2 kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas KSI's trainers took it really seriously.
Yeah. There was fights beforehand, right? There was 2 twins had a fight, and that they did it just for fun and that. Then there was a couple more fights. And then there's this person called GMX, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I haven't.
Biggest bellend on YouTube. He's a strip FIFA kind of player, like kind of YouTuber, right? And he gets in, and he's been training for the fight for a couple of months. Not like JJ, but he fought someone who took the fight on 6 weeks' notice, who's half his size, and beat him and started posting it all over Instagram, like, best night of my life, this is when I knew I was gonna win, all this shit. I'm like, right, if you fought someone, right, you, like, who actually trained, you would get bashed, because he was fighting with one hand the entire fight, and people are like, yeah, it's because he dislocated his shoulder. I don't give a single toss, right? If I went into a boxing fight and I dislocated my shoulder, yes, I'd predominantly use the arm that's not been dislocated, but I wouldn't just not throw the other hand. Do you know what I mean? If someone went... And then he called out JJ afterwards. KSI was like, if anyone wants to fight me, I'll fight anyone. Like, he obviously enjoyed himself. And I think... I'll talk about that in a sec. But then he went, oh yeah, you'll fight anyone, will you? And he's posting photos on the Instagram of him, like, looking hard and that. And I'm like, and everyone's commenting, like, if you fought JJ, you get slapped. Like, stop going on, you beat someone who's 5'5". Like, calm down.
So who's this? Is this Joe? Because I got confused just now.
No, the person who I'm talking about now is GMX.
Right, yeah, I remember.
So, the person who he fought, though, proposed to his girlfriend at the event, and she said yes, so he's now getting married. That was like the best thing about his fight. JMX's fight was completely overshadowed by this fucking proposal. It was like one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. He got bashed up, right? He got pure beaten, and he doesn't care. He comes down and he's like, I've had a load of fun. Like, he's clearly just done it for fun, just to make up the numbers. Because someone might have dropped out of JMX's fight or something. But he's clearly just gone to, like, make up the numbers, right? And he proposed to his last when he was there. And she said yes.
Sampler.
What I think they should do, because this boxing fight, made bank, right? It would have done. It was 27 million people have seen it. Like, it's been streamed 27 million. Do you know how many fucking people that is?
Yes. That's a kind of fucking few.
It's somewhere up there, right? And I think what they should do is they should yearly host a boxing event, right? YouTube, like a YouTube boxing event called something like YouTube Beef or something like that, where it's white collar, it's amateur boxing. So head guards, big gloves, right? That's what, because it was like canny fat gloves, but it was like still.
I know, like.
And head guards, so you don't need to get a boxing license. And what they should do is they should have like, say you've beefed with someone all year, like you've been involved in drama with someone. You and that person get invited to YouTube Beef, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 months before the event. And you can fight at YouTube Beef if you want to fight it. Like, YouTube Beef's a working name, right? But you can fight in this YouTube Beef event if you want. Like, can you imagine how good that would be?
Yeah.
If it was like,
sick. I don't think YouTube will ever do it.
No, YouTube doesn't need to do it. Just someone does. This was just KSI and Zoella sorted this out, and it made 27 million streams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone could sort it out. Fucking Keemstar could have a sudden light bulb and just go out and do this. Because what they could do is you could take all the people who've been beefing all year. You could have a full like. I just think it could be something. Because so many people tuned in. You could have press conferences at like Upload. You know, like the YouTube meetup events and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Upload events and the fucking. I can't remember what they're called, but like, do you know what I mean? You could have the weigh-ins at places like that. You could have the press conferences and stuff like that. And then you could have, at the end of the year, there's the YouTube Beef event, which is where all of the beefing YouTubers go to box each other.
Yeah.
Do you not think that could work?
Big, like...
So can you imagine that? It's like, you beefing with someone and then you could be like, oh yeah, your content shit, and then the other one's like, yeah, your content shit, they beef on Twitter and everything. And then someone's like, well, we can invite you down to... If you want to actually, like, if you do want to go for it, you can come and punch it out at the YouTube Beef. But you have to be told months in advance so you can, like, everyone can get a decent amount of training in. And then you can come and you can hold, like, a proper, like, amateur boxing event where, like, YouTubers who have history, and even some who don't, but YouTubers it can be used as a way to get your channel out as well.
Yeah.
So the undercard events can be like smaller YouTubers who either are there because they want to get the channel name out, or have beef with other people, and then the main events could be people like fucking. Give us the name of a big YouTuber. Fucking, I don't know, PewDiePie's having a go at fucking FaZe Banks or something, right. And they both like, right, well, you can come and fucking pound it out at YouTube Beef if you want, and then it's like, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we will. And then they'll go and they'll get paid a percentage of the stream advertisements for the fight. I think there's something there. Like, that's not a full plan.
No, you could definitely do something with it.
I think there's something there that could be done. Because the KSI Zoella fight was so popular. Like, it blew up. And Logan Paul and Jake Paul are calling him irrelevant. And he's just done, like, one of the biggest streams.
I know.
Absolutely daft, them two. Fucking stupid, man. Hey, tell you what, I've fucking. I want to talk about this, right? ASMR channels.
You did a video on this on your old YouTube.
You know what they are?
Yes. Just because you listen to them, though.
Some ASMR channels now.
Are you trying to get them on YouTube Beef?
No.
Just a bunch of ASMR people.
Oh yeah, a bunch of people just whispering, come on then.
Oh.
I'll take you down. Listen to how my gloves feel. All that shit now. Like, ASMR now, I think, isn't as much as a laughing stock as it was a couple of years ago. Because there's ASMR channels with over millions of subs.
I know you're like a massive ASMR activist. I'll have to stop you there.
I'm not.
And say it's kind of fucking hilarious.
I don't know. I understand it's funny. And I understand it's stupid, right? But they're not there for people like me and you.
Alright, fair enough. It's the same way you can say, like, toy channels or fucking whatever. But then, like, to be fair, they're not trying to
get
us to watch it. It's obviously there for kids.
It's obviously not made to entertain me.
Yeah.
It's made for people who...
Same reason I don't watch Zoella.
Yeah.
Did you hear about her calendar, by the way?
Yeah, I did hear about her calendar.
It cost, like, 50 quid or what was it?
It was 50 quid? 25 quid? It was too expensive.
Yeah, and everything in it cost about like £6.
And it didn't have. It had 15 days. It didn't even have the proper amount of days.
Yeah, I know. I remember. This is a fucking Christmas calendar for those of you unaware.
She released a Christmas calendar.
15 days in life.
And some of the stuff were like a candle or a key ring. They were fucking terrible. And she said, "I have no control over the price." And then the people who distributed it came out and said, "You're fucking bullshit and you had everything to do with the price." So I don't know why you're lying for. I don't like Zoella and I fucking don't like Alfie Deyes either. I think both of their content shit and I think they're both fucking sly. Here's why, right?
Oh, okay. He's fucking beef. Go ahead.
One, get me on YouTube beef with Zoella, I'll slap her up. No, basically, they both... If you knock that fucking thing over, I swear no. Every time you shake your leg, the fucking thing just rattles. Oh, it'll come up. It's coming up on the mic. Stop it.
Looks like fucking seismic activity.
But hey, Alfie Deyes and her were in an Alfie Deyes vlog because you know how they both vlog.
Yes, I know who you are. I know that they like
yeah, and they were like, "Why would you come up through?" Like someone basically, they had a fan in a restaurant who was obviously too nervous to go up and say anything. So it just took a photo from like across the thing. Or something right along those lines.
Right.
And basically...
The kind of shit you'd expect is... Yeah.
The two of them, after they left, just pure rinsed out of sin. Like, they were like, "Why would you take a photo of someone when we're trying to eat a meal? Like, we're trying... Like, just come up and talk to us if you want to talk. Don't take a photo from across the thing. It's just fucking weird." And then Zoella was like, "It's so strange you were trying to eat our food and all this shit." And then, literally, he stopped... If it was typed out, the full stop would have been plonked down. And then straight after, he's like, "Yeah, but you know we love yous, guys. We love you. Like the video, share, comment. Oh, we fucking love yous. Subscribe." It's like, you fucking clearly don't. You clearly, very, very clearly, do not give a single shit about anybody who's subscribed to you. All you care about is that the stupid 12-year-old kids who watch you keep fucking watching you and think that you love them.
It's like when if it's going to hurt just annoys us because it's like it's an act, but they don't act like it is.
The two of them are fucking horrible people. The two of them are sly as fuck.
Well, any other fucking evidence?
I don't like her. I think she's a fucking dirty bitch, honest to God.
I hit a fucking nerve here.
I don't like her. I think her content is fucking terrible, right? I don't like Logan Paul and Jake Paul's content. But I know, watching it, yes, it's daft, but I can see how it's slightly entertaining, right? It's so stupid. Logan Paul has like a $6.5 million house. Like, some people will watch his vlogs just because his house is cool, right? Why are you watching Zoella's? Why? She's boring, right? She's got no personality. Her house is bog fucking standard, I think. Or it's not 6.5 million mansion. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Why are you watching Alfie Deyes? Some daft cunt with a lisp. Why? He's ridiculously annoying. I can't watch him for longer than 2 seconds. He did a podcast with the True Geordie. I like True Geordie's podcasts. I fucking hated that one. It sounds like... It just sounds like nails on a chalkboard. His voice is it does me head in. It does me fucking head in.
Okay.
And I fucking hate her. She's got makeup lines out and she's got beauty products and she's fucking grim. Have you seen her with no makeup on? By the way,
I don't actually think I have.
By the way, with makeup on, it's not much of an improvement. I don't think she's bonny at all. People crack on about, "Oh, she's stunning. She's fucking gorgeous." It's like, mate, she doesn't even know how to put makeup on and look good. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think she's attractive with makeup on. I think she looks like a fucking troll without makeup on. She looks like a fucking mess. I think Alfie's...
Fucking hell, you're a bit passionate about this.
I don't like them. I don't like the two of them. I think they're both sly as fucking... They're completely fake. That's why I don't like them, because I just know they're fake. When they're like, yeah, guys, we love you. All right, guys, we're going for food. Oh, yeah, guys, today we're going to go around to IKEA and get a new desk. You know what I mean? It's just not how people act. It's like, oh, I need a new fucking desk. Fancy coming to IKEA with us. If I was vlogging, I'd be like, well, I need a new desk because this one's shit. Probably crack a couple of jokes about how shit the desk is. Go to IKEA. Probably fuck about in IKEA, like get someone to go and hide in a cupboard or something. But I'd not be myself. The two of them are characters of each other. Like, they're both...
No, that's what I'm saying, like an act, but they just pretend
they're
to be
both
real
an
people.
act, yeah, but they pretend that that's what they're actually like.
Yeah.
And I bet you, if you go to meetups and they have to be there for longer than 2 hours, when it gets a bit tiring to put this act on, they'll be fucking horrible. You'll be like going up, oh yeah, I really love your content, getting an autograph and that, you know, like when you do book signings and shit. Which, by the way, she doesn't write her own books.
I know, she'll go traders.
But you sign your book, and then you're like, oh, thank you very much, haha, I love you too, and then you get a fucking photo and that, and then they fuck off, right? I bet you after 3 hours of them doing this, they just take the book, sign it, fuck it off.
Oh,
take the book, sign it, fuck off. They don't care. You've seen Peaky Blinders, haven't you? When he goes in, and Alfie sat there, and he's like, the guy comes in, and he's like, right, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a beer. He's like, right, fuck off, next. He comes in, he's like, right, fuck off, next.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they'll be like, do you know what I mean? That's what they're like. I just think the two of them are fucking fake as fuck. I didn't even know I felt this passionately about them until now.
No, neither did I, man.
I don't like... I might do a video on the two of them.
Here, like.
I don't like the two. I don't like them.
You don't say.
I don't like them. I feel like they're just fake to the entire fans. And they do not respect the fans either. And you can clearly tell from what I've just said about them fucking now. Why would you take photos and all that shit? Couple of cunts.
To put it frankly. Aye.
Same with fucking Joe Sugg and all, her fucking brother. He's mates with fucking Casper Lee.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fucking daft cunt and all.
They did movies and shit together, didn't they?
Casper Lee's alright. Casper Lee's quite funny.
I enjoyed this thing with like fucking Kevin Hart and Chris
He did it with,
Pratt.
yeah, like shit like that, I don't mind, but I feel like if Alfie Deyes couldn't go on.
To be honest, though, it wasn't so much I enjoyed Casper. Like, I could have been anyone. I just enjoyed Kevin Hart, or I enjoyed Christopher Pratt in that sketch.
I just like them. I don't mind Casper Lee.
I
don't. I don't
mind him.
That's what he's like, though. He's not fake.
Yeah, like I'm indifferent about him. I don't have any problem.
Zoella and Alfie Deyes are fake. They're fake people. They're not real. And you could sit down with them for 2 hours and you could try and convince us, but as soon as I leave the room, I know for a fact that both of them will be like, what a cunt. Like, what a prick he is. Like, I can't believe he thinks he can come in our house and record a podcast with us, trying to get us to convince him that we're nice. I just don't... I think the two of them are backstabbing little cunts and I don't like either of them.
Yeah, they got a bad case of the Margaret disease.
I just don't like them. I don't like them. Have you got any YouTubers or someone you hate like that?
I don't know. Actually, no, I'm not that into fucking. Like, I don't watch that much YouTube anymore these days with the bands and that.
What talk would be?
Fucking YouTubers I don't like. I hated PewDiePie for a while, but I actually quite enjoy his content now. When he was like
meme review and that.
Yeah. When he was more for like.
I wish he'd title his fucking videos though.
Yeah, me too.
It's like he knows people are going to watch them, so he just doesn't title them. Like, title it meme review episode such and such.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
The Y episode such and such. Do you know what I mean? It does me a thing because I don't know what I'm watching when I click on it.
I didn't enjoy him for a while, but then like I thought he was quite good now.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, I really enjoyed his stuff. But
I like him now. I think he's really funny, especially with the whole fucking Nazi thing.
Yeah.
Hey, God, that was funny. What did he get those people to say? It was like kill all the Jews or something. I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah,
like, that is funny.
Hilarious, man.
The joke isn't what it says.
He didn't do it with any bad intention.
Like, here's the thing that people don't understand. The joke isn't what it says on the paper.
It's the fact he got them to say
Yeah, the joke is getting them to write down something that they don't understand.
Yeah, it's not like he's trying to fucking convey that message.
No, but that's where people get it wrong. People are like, I can't believe he thinks telling people to kill the Jews is funny. That's not the joke. You're completely missing the point of the joke. So when people aren't intelligent enough to even understand the fucking meme, it's like, get educated.
People are too literal, and it's fucking ridiculous.
It's so social justice warriors and stuff like that. just fuck off. Just fuck off. Like, it's so annoying when people, like, have you heard the people who are like, oh, there's more, people who say there's more than one gender, there's more than two genders. the people who say there's more than two genders can fuck clean off. Because there's fucking two genders, there's boy and girl, there's male and female, that's it. You can't be a transformer because you say you're a transformer. You can't. I don't feel, if I can come out one day and say, I feel like I'm now a rabbit.
Yeah, see, I think I've got sort of a tolerance with this. I'm fine with, changing your gender to the opposite gender.
I'm fine.
Right.
If you feel like that's what's going to make you comfortable,
I'm alright with
crack
that.
on.
That's fine. And not that anyone needs my fucking opinion anyway. But I'm alright with that. It's just when these people are like, oh, I'm non-binary. And I'm like, are you though? Or do you just like attention?
It's like, I don't identify as either gender, actually.
Like,
I identify as Michelle. It's like, right, what's between your legs?
Yeah.
A cunt or a cock?
Like, this isn't,
because
gender
whichever
isn't
one it is,
something that's this isn't a personal trait.
No,
it's a genetic.
It's a biological thing. Like, you don't
can't escape the fact you're either male
No,
or female. You can identify as whatever you want, but you are at heart male or female.
Yes. There's no in between.
That's where I get a bit annoyed. It's just when you hear people sticking up for that, and I'm like,
it's when if a girl tells
maybe there's
me
more to it than I'm seeing.
Here's the thing as well. If a girl tells me to call her a boy, no, I'm not going to do it because she's still a girl, right? If she was going through, if you have a sex change, biologically, by the way, you're still a male. Like, if you have a sex change from a male to a female, biologically, you're still a man. You've just got a cut up dick. That's literally fact. You're still a man. Biologically, you're still a male. You've just mutilated your genitals. That's fact, right? Out of respect, I'll call you a woman, right? Out of respect, I don't believe that you're a woman, but I'll call you a woman because I've got.
Right.
If that's what makes you happy and you've gone along with it to this point.
This is not a talk I thought I'd be having with my brother.
And you've gone along with it to this point, then yeah, I'll go. Okay, fine. I've got respect that that's what's going to make you happy. Okay, but when you start telling me you feel like you're something that's like you're non-binary, you've got like, I don't identify as anything. I'm sorry, it's not your choice. It's biological.
Yeah.
You don't choose what you are. You don't choose what you are. I can't go out.
You can identify as whatever, but you are.
Yeah, but I'm still not going to call you it because you're either a man or a woman. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
I feel quite strongly about this sort of stuff.
I can tell.
It's really
fucking hell. We've really got you going today, haven't we?
I'm in a proper fucking rant mood.
Jesus fucking Christ! You haven't shut up, man. I swear to God.
Fucking hell.
Like, fucking Zoella, and you fucking gone off.
It's like the first episode all over again, but with me instead of you.
Except my crack was good. I have to
You told stories. I haven't fucking told a personal story. All I did was say about how I got kicked off work experience.
But I'm really good at telling stories.
I think me, you, and Mum are alright at telling stories. I think Dad.
I'll tell you who's terrible at them.
Go on then.
Dad's girlfriend.
Dad's girlfriend is shy at telling stories. She goes off topic
for fucking ages. Oh,
you're going to be really quiet, you know.
He's a funny story about Janet. Oh, by the way, Janet's husband Kyle, he's doing loads of work. Do you know what he does for work? Like,
you know who Kyle is?
What are you talking about?
You've gone off topic. Just shut up and stay on topic and get the story out.
It does me fucking tits in, man. And then she talks to herself. I remember once she asked us, like, when I was fucking 12 or something, she come in and she was like, oh, what do you want for tea? Do you want, what should we have? Should we have pork chops? No, not pork chops. Well, we'll have pasta, and then left me room. I was just like, okay.
So it's not my choice to this.
Fucking having pasta then. Like, you freak. What'd you do that for?
I was going to say something then. I can't remember what it was. Fucking hate it when it happens. That's it. Talking to yourself. You said something about talking to yourself. I've had this conversation with Jeanne here, right? That's my girlfriend.
Oh, I know.
About it. No, you know. You might think I'm talking about someone random. I was talking to my girlfriend about this. When you have a thought, right? When a thought comes to your head, say you're thinking about a TV show, like The Peaky Blinders, which you're watching at the moment.
Yeah.
if you just sit there and think about it, like a good thing or a bad thing, when I do that, it comes across in my head like
you're having a conversation with yourself.
Like I'm having a conversation with someone.
See, I understand that and I agree, except, I don't know, I feel like I don't hear anyone talking anymore. It all happens anyway. Like, I'm just thinking about it. I'm not really... I'm not talking. I'm not like, oh, that was good. Oh, wait, no, hang on. It's all going through
This is what happens with me. I'll be sat there, because I was thinking about Mindhunter. And I'll sit there quietly in my head and I'll be like, that was good. And then, like, but I really enjoyed this. And I'll cut myself off. I'll be like, no, but what, like, I think it's good because I'll genuinely have a conversation with myself. It's really strange.
I think it's called schizophrenia.
I don't think I'm schizophrenic.
I don't know.
But it comes off like I'm having a conversation with somebody else. I'll talk to myself. Like, I'll be sat by myself, I'll just start talking to myself.
That reminds me of
what?
Schizophrenia. Just saying.
You might have mentioned that.
I'm just saying.
If I'm schizophrenic, I'm not paranoid.
I don't know. But that's not like...
I'm not paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah. There's paranoid schizophrenic and then there's schizophrenic. I still think you're a bit schizophrenic. Or you might be.
I might be. I don't know.
I know I feel a bit more uneasy in the room lonely now. But other than that...
No one tells me to do stuff, Joe.
Yeah, it's see, that's like... the kind of thing a schizophrenic would say, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, guilty conscience here.
No, I don't think I have schizophrenia.
Yeah, see, now you're backtracking. Who am I really talking to here? Because it's not Jack.
Well, I do. It comes across like a conversation.
Alright.
That's really annoying that the dogs have just started barking.
Is that going to come on the podcast?
Probably.
Oh, no.
I used to record,
we got 46 minutes in, no interruptions. Like, Dad's due home from work, I'm aware. So, like, that's going to happen at some point. We're hoping to avoid that. But no, the fucking dogs have to ruin it anyway. You bastards.
They used to do it. Jess used to do it a shitload when I used to be recording, because I used to record during the day when no one was in. So the one, I could be loud and no one would be like, what's he doing? And two, no one would come across. But Jess would be in the front room, and as soon as someone passed the window,
yeah, I remember.
I'd be sat there, I'd be doing a full take. Be doing a full take in the middle of it. You just hear in the background. They'd be like, "That's just fucking killed," and it could be a fucking mint take as well. And it's just devastating, especially when you remember the line and you're doing it like perfect.
Perfect. Right. Okay, now that looks cute weed on the software when I said that.
What?
The perfect thing.
Say it again.
No.
It's why did you say that quietly? It's that one.
I didn't mean
Which one?
Because I raised my arm fucking points. I took my breath out, man. Alright, wait. I think it's gone now.
I think it's gone now because it moves forward.
Oh well.
Oh well, indeed.
Let's move the fucking topic forward. Ask us a question.
Ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep conversation flowing. It's all about the flow.
What's your view on Trump's situation with North Korea?
Why did you ask us this question? We've only got 10 minutes.
Come on. We don't have 10 minutes. We have as long as we want it. We have a minimum.
I'm not satisfied with how he's dealing with it.
Why?
To put it...
Here's the thing. Right.
Frankly.
Talk to me like I have no idea what's going on.
That's how I would talk to you anyway, because you don't.
Right. I have like certain... I have an idea. Like I know the two of them are disagreeing.
Basically, I just think it's a bit weird, right? Not so much it in itself, just how ignored it is.
Right.
Like, the US have stationed battleships in the Korean Peninsula, like,
right,
and that's not even common knowledge. Right. Why? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of thing we need to know about. That's all I think. That's my problem with it. It's not so much what's going on, because shit like that happens all the time. If I'm going to pick about, like, what world leaders do wrong, we'll be here all fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, they're both bellends. Neither of them are helping anyone.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to not go perfect.
Wait.
Right? I don't know what's going to happen, but I doubt it's going to work like
what's
how
it over?
It should have.
Like, what's it all over?
It's just Trump wants to flex. And North Korea want to flex. And they're doing it to each other. But then it got serious.
Don't North Korea lie, though, about their, like...
Oh, Jack. All the time, man.
Yeah.
They had a
Like, the longest one of their missiles can go is only to Japan.
This will make you laugh. They had a fucking parade, and like a military parade, so they like took the missiles.
They do all the time, don't they? Yeah.
Missiles made of wood.
Oh, you know, the missiles are fake.
Wood, like fake. They're not real.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You're gonna fucking throw that at America, right? What are you gonna do? The problem is, it's not Korea, right? Because if we wanted Korea out of the picture, the world we'd just fucking smear them off the map, right? But like, the problem's Russia.
We'd smear them off the map.
The problem's Russia, because if we did that, then Russia'd be like, oh no, that's Russia now. You know what Russia's like. So like, that's where the problem is. It's because it's a stalemate. North Korea are just where everyone's focusing their attention on. The real fucking problems with like Putin and Trump. It's just it's like, basically, North Korea's bullying Trump, but if he does anything, he's gonna get told off by Russia hard, right? Like, that's basically, but like,
so it's
the catch is, they're not just bullying anyone, they're bullying possibly one of the most easily provoked men of our time. Do you know what I mean? So like, and he's got literally the world at his fingertips, so they're just going back and forth, and like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Here's what it sounds like. Do you know when you're in year 7? And there's another year 7 who's like the bully. But you can't do anything because he's got a bigger brother in year 10.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it is.
Sounds like.
It's like, if you fucking take his spot on the yard, right, his brother and his mates are just going to come and flood that spot and like, it's done. Like, and don't get us wrong, I'm not saying that if Russia was to fucking do something, or America was to do something to Russia, like, Russia would definitely win. I'm just saying that'd be World War 3.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
I'm just saying that'd be like when it kicks off. Like, that's what we're trying to avoid. That's why the North Korea crisis has been going on so long, because no one can just be like, right, fuck it, go.
Get off the map.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, however, what are they going to do, right? If just like a load of fucking, they just put millions of fucking troops in from different countries and just, like, put them on all borders, like Russia and all, and just said...
And just move in.
Then they just said, right, we'll meet in the middle, and then just walked to the middle of the fucking, like... Jack, they wouldn't stand a chance. There's nothing they could do. Like, they might be able to launch a nuke, right, before they go down.
Here's the thing,
but that nuke could be easily stopped by missile defense
Plus,
systems.
their biggest missile, right, do you know how they go on about how they could blow up countries and all that shit? The furthest their missile can get is Japan.
Oh, yeah, it's not far.
It's not far at all.
But
the others, the other countries can get to them, but they can't get to the other countries.
Like I said, it's everyone knows North Korea just blag, but the thing is, they're in a position where they can, because we can't do anything.
Oh, I know.
We can't just be like, right, well, fuck you. Then we'll have a look at your fucking missiles. Do you know what I mean? Go in and have a look.
It's not like schoolyard.
We kind of just, exactly. We kind of just fucking kick in the door and be like, right, then, you dickheads. Like, you've been fucking slagging us off for ages, and we finally hear. What are you gonna do?
Do you almost wish that you could?
Yeah, of course I do.
But we can't. Would just be sat there like.
Because Russia are just a bit fucking weird. They don't really play nice with anyone. So like, we're not so much. I'm not racist, right? It's Putin and Putin's fucking camp, right? His little government.
Yeah.
The fucking crazy man. Like, they just want, like, they don't even think about anyone else but Russia. It's all about Mother Russia, right? And it's fucking crazy. If you look into this shit, man, it's everything they do is to further their cause. There's no compromises like me. Like, I mean, militaristically, not fucking. You know, I know they have charities in Russia, whatever. I'm just saying, they're just a weird bunch of people. Like, I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah.
In this circumstance. And that's the thing, is like, we could easily, this isn't a crisis. The only reason it's a crisis is because we don't know what to do. Because we cannot just kick the door in and say, like, right, get out. And then because you've got this empty house, right? And then the fucking people who live behind that house like to just claim shit quite a lot of the time. It's like, you know, the other year, they walked into Ukraine, literally, right? They walked into Ukraine. Essentially, is what they did. They went into Ukraine.
Who's
right?
This? Is this Russia?
It's Russia.
Right.
They just walked into Ukraine. I'm not even. I didn't drive. They just walked in. Right. Walked across the border. Essentially, like, mapped out a little area. Just said, right, this is Russia now. And that's like, that's what they do. Like, well, what? So,
what the fuck?
like, you can't really, if you fucking destroy the North Korean government, Russia are just gonna, like, and that's why it's a
Russia's
crisis.
the biggest country in the
That's
world,
why it's a crisis, is because no one can do that, because fucking, if you bitch slap Kim Jong-un, right, the fucking Red Army, you know, it's glory, you're gonna It's
why
just
don't
fucking...
they just take Russia for themselves? Like, why don't they just take
Here's
North
what
Korea?
I'd do. Right, honest to God, here's what I'd do. If I was Trump, I'd go to Putin. I'd be like, right, look, I know,
This little bitch.
I know for a fact you don't like us, right? And that's fine. I have no intention to change that. However, right, I know that if I do something in North Korea, you're going to kick off about it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do fucking whatever I need to do, right? But then I'm gone. Like, that's yours, right? You can just fucking keep it for all I care. It'll upset the Chinese, but the fuck are they going to do, right? The Chinese. Like, fucking... That's what he should do. He just needs to go over and say, look, right, so... And not even... He could just say to them, look... To be fair, he doesn't even do anything. He just needs to go to him and say, look, I tell you what, right? We're not going to do out in North Korea. What we're going to do is we're going to tell you to do it, and we'll just turn a blind eye. Because, do you know how Russia'd have such a hard on if you got permission to just invade a country? Like, all the Russians would be fucking buzzing, man.
Like,
Putin would be wanking off in his chair. Mate, I swear to God.
Get the guns!
That's the problem. It's fucking... Russia is just a weird fucking place. I don't know. I've got a really fucking mixed view of Russia, man. Like, I'm fine with Russia. It's just the military side of Russia I think is really just... If you look at the history of it, man, they fucking...
Are they just fucking mental?
Why... After World War II, right? Do you know what happened? Do you know why the Nazis lost World War II?
No,
it's because Russia.
Not really.
It's because the Nazis got too big for the bigs, right? And Russia come down, and went, no, you're back, right? Slapped them back into Germany, and then these fucking surrendered because we could just hammer them, right?
Yeah.
The reason they ended is because fucking the US nuclear bombed Japan. Everyone was like, whoa.
You got a bit too far.
Exactly. Everyone was like, right, we need to stop now. It's like, we're doing some serious damage.
It's like when that one person gets a bit too carried away.
Yeah, it's like, do you know it's where you go like out with your mates, you're fighting with sticks and someone hits your finger, so you start fucking going at them and everyone's like, right, oh, calm down.
That's it now. That's it. Yeah, We've had our fun, mate.
That's literally how World War II went. But the reason the Nazis got so fucking... One of the reasons they got pounded is because Russia just fucking, like... bitch slapped them. Proper bitch slapped them. But that was the Red Army, they're communists. Do you know what I mean? And like, but he's still going on like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's your allegiance really, Russia? Because no one knows. Like, and if you're looking at Vladimir Putin, right, there's really creepy stories about him. Like, he used to be in the fucking Secret Service for Russia, right? Like, the Russian Secret Service, like a spy, right? And but he also, at one of the meetings, one of the people who met him from the US, he wasn't like a hardcore Republican, but he was a politician in the White House at the time, or wherever it was.
Right.
And he said to him, because you come in all smiling, he was like, I don't trust you. And apparently he said to him, and he was like, I can't remember what he said.
Who said this?
Like, Putin looked at him and like smiled at him and just said like, you're a smart man or something daft like that, and then just fucked off. And I'm like, why would you trust that man? Like, he's in charge of like one of the biggest militaries in the world. Like,
you look like a smart man.
Like, what the fuck?
That's pretty funny.
Like, he's no. If you're in North Korea, they'll go crying to Russia. Is what they'll do, or they'll make some sort of deal with Russia or something. And I don't know, man. It's a very volatile situation. And to be fair, Russia aren't even the only problem now. The Chinese are kind of piping up a bit and all. Yeah, quite a bit actually.
Why?
I don't know. Mainly because it's, from what I understand, they empathise with North Korea a bit too much. They want to do trade with them and all that shit, but we say like the sanction. North Korea is sanctioned, right? That means they can't trade with certain countries because, like, obviously we don't want them to get hold of... Yeah, exactly. Right, if you're a country and you're going to sell military stuff and some daft cunt comes rocking up and with his fucking daft haircut and...
No, you can't... It's like what Jim Jeffries says, you can't just rock up to the black market and be like, I want to buy a gun!
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what they're doing. But, I don't know, China have been a bit fucking weird about... Maybe it's because Trump pissed them off when he tipped all and killed all the koi by tipping all the food in the pond.
Why did he do that?
Yeah, I'll tell you about this.
Oh, no, yeah.
I've shown you this video.
Yeah, because koi overfeed, don't they?
Yeah, koi will die if you feed them too much. And,
He's just
and it's a ceremonial thing. Him and the fucking Chinese president went over with like a box of food and they were like, sprinkling it in. And Trump just fucking poured it in, like all of it.
There's a video of it there, and he's just like, he's doing it first.
I swear to God.
And he must just get bored because he just tips all.
I'm not even mad that Trump's president anymore because it's made for some fucking hilarious moments. Ah, man, I swear to God, I was fucking taken aback by him, man. When I watched it, I saw it on the news before it was on YouTube and that, and I was like, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder what kind of fish they are. Because I know, like, most fish will just die if you feed them that much. And then it was like, yeah, I read somewhere that they'll have definitely fucking, like, been endangered by that. So,
oh, God.
It's something I found funny.
Maybe it's because they pissed them off for feeding the coin.
But so China's got a bit of a grudge, and and Russia's
funny.
a bit like basically what it is China's got a grudge. Like this is from America's point of view, right? Yeah. China have a grudge. North Korea's the problem. Russia, just you don't know what they're going to do. No matter what you do, they'll do something. You don't know what it is, so it's just not worth the risk. Because like if Russia attacks, that's going to be World War III. Because they have allies, and so do you, right? So, and then you've got the fucking, and then just next to that's the Middle East, and there's fucking all sorts going on there. So like, you just don't have the resources or the fucking time. Like I said, if the world was smart, and Russia and the US just made an agreement and said, look, North Korea's a problem, fucking let's just fix it. We'll storm in. Honestly, what they should do, they should just storm in at gunpoint and say, right, look, you're going to have a government now.
Stop being a dickhead.
We'll be like, you can stay in power, whatever, but you just need to fucking pack this shit in. Right? Like, do you know what I mean? That's all they need to do. And if they did that, and they could do that so easily, man. Have you seen the fucking pictures of North Korean soldiers and that?
No.
Dude, they're so underfunded, right? You have, like, really tacky looking AKs, the fucking trousers way too big for these little fucking North Korean men. So it looks like the fucking, do you know what the fucking Viet Cong look like? It look like them. And they just fucking, like if you have a fucking, just someone from the Marine Corps, right? And this get fucking 300,000 pound kit, or how? No, wait, it's not that. It's like 18 grand or something like that. Kit, right? Up against this guy who's wearing his fucking Poundland t-shirt. Like, who's gonna win, right? Like, just on equipment alone, you could send a million idiots in with the kind of equipment like the Allies have, and they'd still manage. Like, what are you gonna do against that? You kind of, do you know what I mean? It just takes a bit of common sense to like.
Fucking hell.
If we honestly, man, if the fucking unity is all you need to do to solve this problem, because everyone's a bit fucking mad at everyone else. No one's taking sides, but the big problem is, the big threat is if Russia and China team up, because together they will make one hell of a fucking opponent, just in sheer numbers and resources. Like, they don't need any more allies. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Realistically, they'll have some, don't need them. Realistically, the allies are just like pawns. They are going to be a force, right? Yeah. And that's what everyone's worried about. Because if, like, anything you do in North Korea has got a really big chance of pissing off either Russia or China or both. Yeah. And because they're close, if one of them gets pissed off, it's a good chance the other one's going to anywhere. Yeah. So it's just it's a weird situation. But my main concern is that no one knows about all this. Yeah. Like, this should be common knowledge. Because this could very well be, like, World War... I'm not a prepper, right? I just want to make that clear. I'm not packing me bag like
I didn't have a bunker.
Yeah, I'm not packing me bag in case the bombs go off or now. I'm just saying this is a genuinely concerning thing going on, and no one. Oh well, it is getting talked about on the news and that, but like I haven't heard. I've never passed someone talking about this. No. I haven't heard about it in the pub. Nothing. Like no one talks about it, and I'm just like, why is this not? Why do I know more about this than the average person? Yeah. Like I shouldn't. Yeah. Everyone should know at least what I do because. Like, it's just a weird thing that's going on, and it's a big thing. Aye. Like...
It's fucking mad.
It's fucking crazy, man.
On that note...
I think we've hit like an hour and 3 minutes.
We've hit an hour and 3 minutes. One day, we will finish a podcast and not mention the time. We do at the end of every podcast, hour and 1 minute, 59 minutes. That's what I know, I remember. Fucking hell, right. Fuck. Well, if you like the video, leave a like. Share it if you want to share it and get the podcast out there, please. Subscribe if you're new.
Someone's going to steal your idea about YouTube beef and make millions.
Nah, I'd just fucking flag the video. Put in a copyright claim. Right. See you next week then.
Yeah.
Alright. Ta-ta.